Come on, YouTube, get it done finally. So we should be now live finally. Up. I mean, we have horrible qualifying. Less because of just being bad at qualifying, more in case in this of just. Oh, guys, come on! What is so hard driving 80k an hour? I have to quickly fab around and get the stream ready because YouTube took a minute or so. What is so fucking hard in driving 80 fucking kilometers an hour? Ah, it is so fucking easy and people still can't do it. Like, can you actually fucking retarded or something? Perhaps I should have started second anyway. I mean, I won't make an attack to next corner, except the other guy just forgets to start. Cold tires anyway, so cold brakes, so no risks really needed to be taken. But Mark Robinson is really strong. Ugh. Both of us got the same thing, and I escaped somehow. Yeah. Yeah, LMP3 murdering somebody. Murder by LMP3 is just. I gave you more rear camber. Where is the problem now in that corner? Or do you really need more wing on it? Was the wing necessary? Because I had no trouble in qualifying run with the run flickless rating, and from the fourth round kind of started to be used to like, yeah, you can run more wing in race than in qualifying. But I mean, it's mid-engine carb with a mid-engine fuel tank. Fuel tank is essentially sitting directly behind the driver. Like most open wheelers, and okay, Mark Robinson just deleted himself. Well, guess who is now in front of me? It's Mr. Marshall again. Just the difference to last weekend, but I'm definitely not faster than him. My setup is not as sophisticated as mine last week. I'm not as good in pace, and I really feel just bottling it in this race. So yeah, I have to really try not to make major errors and put myself in great danger like that. And I'm not really in a position to charge him down. He's probably the fastest for us too. What I might be able to do if I'm able to stay close, or he makes a mistake and actually gets behind me, is that I can perhaps pass him through the pit stop cycle. Could be that he's actually again not running maximum downforce package because I'm running him down in this section. So I just gained a whole bunch of time with him. Could be that he just messed up a series of turns. I really am running a car that is loses. So loose you would only run something like that in qualifying. The problem is I can tighten it up. Tried my best to tighten it up, but it just didn't want to work, so I'm stuck with a loose car. Yeah, he seems to really draw out on the straights, but the corners and on the brakes, just look at this. I'm running down to 10th of the entry of that turn. I'm losing a bit of time here, but that's probably due to my driving messing. Yeah, this lap we aren't getting as much, but actually we are still. So this is a clear-cut repeat of Verb, where it's just that we start off at the back foot. Yeah, my game this lap wasn't as high. I still gained on him. Turn 1 is really sketchy. I think they're actually my tire where on the left hand side is balanced, but my right hand side is balanced. So left hander should technically be not a major issue to drive through them. Yeah, who knows. I'm actually noticing I should have closed my windows because I can smell wood burning. It's not wildfire, it's just the neighbors. I'm not blaming them, I should take the precaution. They were allowed already during qualifying. But I think they will... It can be heard. I can hear them a bit sometimes. Not understanding, just laugh when they laugh or something. Yeah, back to focusing on the race here. Really, the gap has stabilized now. We actually have a threat from behind. It's mostly the gap probably stabilized because we're starting to run into the dirty air. It's the same on Verb where we had the same trouble. At this range where we just couldn't close any further up to our competitor. He seems to really struggle sometimes. I mean, he has the straight line speed for sure, so he's definitely running medium or low downforce. Just is nonsense a bit for mid to high. Well, yeah, definitely makes sense, but mid to high, nah. You have this section, there's just corners fucking galore. Jesus Christ, the understeer. I mean, that crest is a really... Some oversteer there. And now overcooked that corner, but now I have a real problem of the guy behind me is closed up. Or was the guy who started in front of me just made the mess up. Jesus Christ. My wear balance on the left is not particularly good. Let's see, where is he strong? Okay, I messed up. Well, it's an easy pass for him. I just drove off the fucking road. I mean, and I'm not getting enough momentum back from him. I can try something sneaky. Like sending it. Just inside, nah, we have to settle for position less. That guy's usually a really good driver. And I'm not particularly today delivering my A game, so... Oh, fuck's sakes. Well, that was no brakes. Brakes just locked up. Yeah, I had too much speed into braking, so I didn't realize I didn't brake early enough to stop the car. Luckily, we escaped with a minor, just grazing the grass a bit. I think 2 seconds lost, roughly. Not the best trajectory over the hill. I'm forgetting to down to 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds lost to the car in front, 1 second to the car behind. Oh, come on, for fuck's sakes. Fucking curb. You're like, yeah, I can push it a bit. It's like, yeah, okay, this is fine, this is fine. I'm like, nah, you're going to curb just eats your car and then it needs to use 7/10 of the time. I think more 5, like half a second lost there. My crowning isn't really going my pace. I mean, at any rate, it seems to be turning into a very boring race because I can't match the speed of the cars in front of me. And the car behind is absolutely lost. I was half expecting that I would find some cars spun out there with the dust. I'm perhaps a bit more worried because of the accident last weekend, where a car spun out in front of me. That massive accident at Red Bull Ring, which took me completely out of that race. Honestly, real shame that that happened because yeah, not particularly greatest lines taken. One of the things that makes this track difficult is the amount of fucking laps you're turning on it. Also, that 1.2 seconds was completely and utterly wrong because I think it was still 4 seconds last lap around. I know, so he didn't suddenly give 1.2 seconds on me. Actually, I'm just about feeling some flat spotting, which is not a good sign. First 15 minutes of a 90-minute race. Actually, I'm at this point faster than my qualifying lap. Yeah, I just beat my qualifying time. or barely missed out on it. I don't care. Either way, I mean, I do care about lap times like that. But it shows my qualifying wasn't particularly all my pace. That I can improve a bit. But I think I'm not going to improve much more than that. Most likely that will be my race pace. Or worse. Like, I'm not expecting it to be better than 117s. Especially if I make mistakes like that consistently. So he has actually gotten past him now. So in his long right hand, he just must have sniffed up the inside and got past him. High curves there can be really scary. I got away with riding it this time, but a bit further and you're just putting yourself bottoming out over it, and it's just turtling yourself on the curb. Oh, you won't get. You will still get away, but it's just you will slow down quite drastically. And also you risk losing control of the car. Ah! Fuck. Just overdrove that corner. We luckily just about made the corner. Let's see if Simon Marshall's last lap was just a slow lap after being overtaken. It was just showing him making actual mistakes, and while I go wide in turn 2 and drop like 4 tenths, 5 tenths, a generous 5 tenths. So this is not productive to closing him up. Well, I started this race more or less not expecting to be able to beat him. I think I very much might be able to do it. So that's a left car on the wall. I need to focus on the racetrack and couldn't look up really where they were in the race. Yeah, I think it's David Dazzy, who's now last. Obviously because we lapped him. It's the first car to be lapped, but I don't know, I think. I mean, it can't happen that we miss a car being lapped. This next car being lapped. Caught the curb there. Particularly what you want to do. Well, he deleted himself, luckily for me, off the track. And luckily for me, he did it in a manner that didn't bounce him back onto the track, which is the real fear. Now overcook this corner again. Actually, no, don't just go for late apex. That's my excuse. I totally didn't overcook that corner. I just went late apex. Totally legit. Yeah. I mean, the main objective is staying fairly close to him. And then just short fueling the car to make it to the end. With short fueling, I don't mean putting not enough fuel in, but more putting enough fuel in, but so little, but precisely the amount that I needed. I think that was Martin Brandon. I think he did a lot of effort for this race to prepare himself. Hundreds of laps on this track. Just trying to not get multiple laps down, but I mean, in his position of getting already lapped at this point, well, it's not looking particularly great for him not going down multiple laps. And how short this track is, I predict that I'm probably going to be lapped as well. I mean, I'm only 26 seconds down to the leader, so we're under the halfway point yet. Yeah, I think this roughly will just be lapped in the last 15 minutes if I don't goof up spectacularly. It's roughly when I probably get lapped. Actually more closer to the half-hour mark, I think. But nah, not really, because lap times is 1:15 probably. 1/16 of the leader. 1:15s are more qualifying patterns. Okay, another back marker just... Actually, no, that was George Klotzov. Oh. Sorry, you're not the back marker. But you're on the best way to become one. And if I'm not careful, I will probably follow you. Should really... Oh! And that's the danger with these curbs. Simon demonstrating to us why I fear them. Simon, where the fuck are you at the moment? You just cut the racetrack? Dude, that is... I will call shenanigans on you. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm friendly to you, but come on. At least be generous enough to let the guy that was 2 seconds behind you after you have such a massive spin. Because you gain time. Like, I'm now 3 seconds behind you. And I was less than 2 seconds. So, you made an advantage there. From making a massive mistake. I think the sector divisions aren't... See? Ugh, no. No! The fuck no. Oh, fuck. Can I escape? No. Fucking, I stalled. Ah, oh, that was a stupid mistake of mine. That's Brandon but us. Marshall's actually in for repairs. So I nearly followed Marshall into the pit lane. I mean, technically we can pit already to get enough fuel load in to get to the end, so I could have just taken that. But he wouldn't pit outside of damage, so... But where could he have ever received damage? He just went across the field here. So why did he pit? Of all good things. Yeah, I don't understand anything anymore. That was a major time loss for me. Stupid mistake. I mean, if you lost your rear wing in the accident, sure, cutting like that is fine, but you were perfectly going a reasonable pace till you peel off for no real reason, so I don't know what is going on here at the moment. Oh wait, did he... Oh, he got a stop go from that cut. So the game actually punished him, it's just that... Yeah, he got immediately a stop go, obviously, because of the track cut system. Right, and that's why he's only 7 seconds behind me, because... Well, I... builded, lost, what, 8 seconds? Over 8 seconds. On a lap. And... That was way more than 8 seconds, so he got away with just getting a drive-through, essentially, and a stop-go for the price of 7. It's 9.5 seconds lost. Just the real profiteer of this is Klotzov. Which I implied that when he binned it at, well, you're on the best way of becoming a back marker, and but I can very quickly follow you. Well, here he is, 7 seconds up the road from me, and I'm behind him. Actually, I'm closing up to him. Interesting enough. I gained 1.8 seconds in this lap. Must have made a few mistakes on that lap. Oh, he's actually that slow. The thing is, I've raced an IndyCar around this track. There's somewhat less hell to drive than this thing. But also more because you're way faster. I mean, an IndyCar on a road course is roughly as fast as an LMP3 hybrid, so... At least around Kota they are pulling similar lap times. I messed up again! Second time. For good measure. This time I didn't actually go into the pit entry completely, well, that's at least progress. But 3 seconds down the drain that way. I really have to get my focus up. Otherwise, Marshall is going to annihilate me quicker than... I don't know, I'm not good. Metaphors. I overuse them, but I'm not good with making them. So 1 hour to go. We're just 1/3 into this thing, and already very interesting. And here's the guy who we first found in the wall at final turn. The first guy we lapped. Interesting thing would be to find out if he's still last. Let's check the scoreboard in a second when I'm through this section. Yeah, he's still lost. So no developments there. Somebody retired out of the race, but he was 13th, so you will get a free position. Hey, but you're at least not last place guy anymore, but well, you're still factory running last. Let's see. Do you have a load up? Do you have a load down for skipping me? Oh, okay, thank you. You lifted off, but I don't need you to lift off. It's fine. For the most part, just stay fucking on the racing line. And first, just stay down the straight on the racing line. Don't give me the inside line into the corners, and that's how I do let people by. That's how I like when people let me by. It's just you very much know what's happening. And it's minimal time loss for both parties involved. I mean, yeah, with the LMP3 you're losing quite some time just following somebody. But really I'm losing at the moment half the time to Marshall. Need to get my lap times down ASAP. He has ramped it up. He has really ramped it up after this stop go and is charging me down hard. The thing is, I won't probably be able to hold him off long because he has more top speed. Can be the case is that he took less fuel on board at the start of the race. That's what is giving him his speed advantage. Wouldn't surprise me really. Ah, it's the third. And I stalled the car. Was too slow with clutching in. So that's Marshall passed. Ah, crying out, for fuck's sakes, I'm an idiot. It's only 8 seconds. Oh, come on, chair, please go where you want. You should go in. That is just putting myself at such a back foot by making these stupid mistakes. I really hate that corner. With this cars, but any car's fine. Great, but it's just fine. Because it doesn't randomly decide to fucking murder you. The LMP3 you can't trust. Nothing. This thing can, on a bad setup, have quicker mood swings and sooner. It's just. This car is like feeling understeer right now. Might oversteer later. Oh, just right now. 1.2 seconds of my own pace. The thing is, we should actually be improving because we're getting less fuel load. The thing with the LMP3 test, we don't really have any thermal degradation, except in the braking zones. So this car basically runs on nearly no thermal degradation, so you're just fine with running. You really don't have a reason to run anything else than softs on the car. There's a really no reason. Ah, I hit the curb. And now the car tries to push itself around, and now we get a visit of the Understeer ferry. Nearly miss a turn again. And then from lap, which had a fairly good, that we overshoot the corner again. Just getting the braking for that nail is just, there's no markers, there's nothing, you're just fucked. Guess yourself into the braking zone. No reliable. I shouldn't have put on my t-shirt instead of a sweater. We're going to come into the summer months and I need to put up my fan again. My PC fan again. Put it on my desk and let blow some air into my face. Into my wheel. So T-Ferrando dance. While I run the thing at 65% overall force in the software, and I run most cars with 0.8 multiplier additionally, it's still, these things are known for overheating and stuff, and I don't have an AC, so I have to, I mean I have such a course, but not the air conditioning, so summers, yeah. 36 degrees is not particularly unusual for the last few years. Luckily we run in the evenings, these races, so around this time of day the temperature usually drops and you're not sweating your face out. When I won my MR18 championship, the race started with like me pouring sweat and ended with like, yeah, this is fine. Even though it was... So Brandon again. Oh, come the fuck on. Yeah, these corners aren't particularly great, but I can overtake you like this. What are you doing, mate? Like, I know you lifted off and when I finally got side by side, you came out of that corner at your normal acceleration rate, and when I can pull like this, you're just holding me up significantly. So I'm already slow, but you're just another level of slow doing that. I mean, I have a problem with you on tracks, just when you hold me up like that, it's not particularly pleasant. Especially when I'm not particularly driving too well today. And you practice 100 laps now, it's like, what, how many now in? Less than 40? Yeah, definitely less than 40. But yeah, man, I've breathed this game, so it's just... You have no chance in comparing to me. I mean, even against Simon Marshall, I be compared to fourth point practice, so and now went for the misty late apex. Stick to the apex for the corner, but then miss by a mile. That is running wide through the corner, but I somehow made the corner still. But a bit too early actually this time. New issues arise all the time. It's the thing, the car and track are constantly changing and you just have to constantly adapt to whatever it throws at you. As fuel burns, your tire is lighter, but this tire wear creates your braking distances increase as your cornering speeds decrease and your braking. The maximum amount of braking power you put down decreases as well. And my lap time was slow. What actually could be the case of this track, that it might make sense to go mediums, because I'm looking at the tire temps and we're up to the 70s sometimes. So we're definitely experiencing some thermal degradation, which is probably what goes to show why I'm sometimes losing, why my pace is slower than what I'm ultimately capable of. Because there's just not enough grip on the now but one out soft tires. The problem is I lost so much time with my 2 visits of the racetrack that it will be hard to recoup them. And the thing is, we have actually the leader coming up. Oh! Well, that's not how I wanted to go around the corner. But that's the leader. Finally come past. And then it's Martin Brendan again. Who knew? So it's front end suspension damage. Actually, Simon has decided to come in, or somebody else. It's no Reeves, which is a Ricky Monsters driver. But hooray, we damaged the car! For fuck's sakes. And that's actual steering damage we got this time around. It's not major, I won't repair it, it's not worth the fucking effort. I think I would just pit now, pull on the fuel and just get done with. Do not repair, what do else? Actually 21 liters. Or did I do the math completely wrong? Nah, 21 liters. With my bonus lap. I'm cursed to end up behind this guy all the time. Well, this time you at least lifted off and let me by without causing major issues for me. It's very appreciated. It actually doesn't make too much sense of saving fuel with this car, because a full pit stop is only 20 seconds, so half fueling it at most saves. Probably even for half fuel tank with 15 seconds or something like that. Because of nozzle insertion time and bullshit like that. Running you about 5 seconds, so... And we have a refill rate of about 5 liters a second, so... Yeah, I'm not gaining much. Should honestly go over to the low fuel start strategy and splitting it equally, because it's just, the time loss doesn't make sense but then I fuck up like this and it doesn't make any blinding bit of difference either. Actually, currently I need an additional liter of fuel just to be safe. Simon has now finally come in, but he had a shit ton of time on me after my series of mistakes with him. Let's see how far he actually comes out behind me. 7 seconds again. I will comedy or something with that. I'm not finishing in front of him. It's pretty much for sure. Because he didn't lose jack shit of time with it. Except he doesn't that mistake in T1 again, but compared to me, he made that mistake only once. I made my mistake 3 times and then added another point of error to it. Come on, just turn for that corner. When I actually asked that, it probably was just oversteer and kill me, so... Because rFactor 2 fuckery. Klotzov is also in, but again, I have to still come in to skid service. And lose probably like what, 30 seconds or something. Pit lane isn't too long on this track, it's fairly short, so I'm not losing too much time with that. Just completely and utterly unsettled over that crest. Cannot trust the car a blinding bit. So we're slightly gapping him, but not much. I mean, I can run for quite a while with this fuel tank. Down to 15 minutes to go. So Can actually run a bit, so perhaps padding out gaps allows me to pit. But I'm not expecting actually being able to pull that off. Back marker. Yeah, with the suspension, it's not easier to drive this car. Slightest. It's not major, it's slightly bent steering rack. Corner is not particularly well taken from me. So God. Usually the last 2 laps I've been like 3/10 or 2/10 offwards. This back marker is now. I'm made a few minor errors, very minor. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sorry. But you braked half a kilometer too early. Your back marker anyway. Literally the guy running last, so I'm like... Sorry, but... Yeah... You cost me quite some time already. Doesn't make it any better. That was stupid from me. I tried to push the braking just to get some pace and just perhaps get close enough to make an attempt finally. Getting past, but now I'm probably running medial or low down for skid, and that's why it just drags away from me. Can't drive competitively. But I'm too competitive, I'm lap fucking down, so yeah, let that speak for itself. We're back to my usual pace, so it was just really the back mark. As soon as you get into a 1 second gap, you just look fucked. With the dirty air with these cars. The LMP3 just takes a shit and refuses to at all corner. Well, that attempt on my life, gee. It did not want to stabilize itself. I was luckily able to catch it. But that cost me again more time. Time that I could just not afford losing. I just read about another threat from David Plummer. That's an insult to myself. Oh, for fucking sakes, what are you doing, car? It's really attempting to murder me. I really need to pit at this point. Even though I'm not putting tires on, I just need to stop driving for a second in this car. Because holy shit, it's just trying to murder me at this point. Just refill, rebalance the car with that, and just hope it ceases to do what it wants to do for it. Yeah, it's the rear left just doesn't want to grip anymore. Loose for everything. The counter steer here because there's just it's slightly going loose. Nothing major, but it's just you feel it and it will bite you in the ass very quickly if you don't compensate for it. You don't slow down, compensate, and against it, it will just come and murder you completely. I'm comparatively how shit my times are, I'm still holding up against them, which is somewhat impressive. Actually, leader now pitted, so where now? Finally back onto the lead lap, but not for long because I have still pit. So we'll go away from the lead lap again. So how far is David Plummer behind him? It's 19 seconds behind him. Not actually that much. I think he owes us as well a pit stop, so... Well, that's 1.8 seconds on him. He made a mistake up, or got caught up in traffic. Yeah, we have traffic behind us. Actually, no, that's from the pit lane. It's just... Well, it's the relative splits going. My relative board going a bit berserk, because when you drive past the pits, it will list the DNF'd cars as well. There. And that's an issue with Simsport because it's the next car and the car behind. Things broken. Back in the day, I used that as my gap calculation that you see in the main dash. However, they were horrendously broken in the aspect that you obviously had casted on for position with you, splitting with you, and things like that. And obviously coming past the pits. That's why when Simsport implemented the full-on leaderboard, I just grabbed those times and threw it in, and it works for the most part. The problem is it actually doesn't work when you go a lap down. It will just till you're lapped by that car, so there's an entire lap difference. You won't get a gap calculation when you lap down. So I implemented in October I wrote a plugin and essentially fixed it. That adds also that I can see when I'm a lap down how far of another lap I'm down, so I'm 1.1 or 1.5 laps down. It's really interesting and very useful. And when you obviously lap down, the gap calculation works. It doesn't use choose gaps. It calculates the gaps via using the percentage distance around the lap. So a fraction of a lap around. Actually, David Plummer is at the moment in the pit lane. There's a car behind us. That's interesting. Georgi Klotsov is... How far is he behind us? 40 seconds. So it looks like we might get out in front of Georgi. But Simon Marshall? Nah, that doesn't look likely. I'm just going to be honest, that just doesn't look likely. Simon wins this round again. Let's face it, he's... I mean, I have the pace to match him. But just, I make way too many mistakes. Consistency is not there to counter him. 30 minutes remaining. was a wonderful trip around that corner. Absolutely beautiful. But really, I'm not able to draw the gap at the moment. I'm just keeping it stable more or less. It's not enough because we have to pit for fuel. Next 16 minutes. I mean, really, the fuel lasts long on this track. It's just not quite enough to last 90 minutes on these cars. Not quite enough. Cars are really nicely hooked up at the moment. But that will probably change soon. This tire will continues and fuel burn. But yeah, we're really matching more his times. We would need to draw out like half a second a lap to have any forward of a chance. Yeah. Actually, Mike Crowning, who started the race behind me directly. Well, that's how you more or less contribute to your... I want to follow your slipstream for a bit. Thank you for lifting off, but I want the additional boost in the straights. It makes it easier to pass. It's just... Well, what did I say? The car will probably stop being so hooked up. Well, it just... That drive through that corner made me slightly concerned with it. So slightly stepping out. Is there a flag for something? There's no direct car in front of us. Simon also had no mess up behind us, so... What the fuck is going on? Could have been still Mark Brandon at the end of that sector. Yeah, my lap times have now taken a real dumpster dive. Softs made their last hurrah and they're now holding more onto the alive as my lap times go to the dumpster. So that was nicely hooked up. Martin Brandt's still in the pits, so he must have taken quite some major damage to still be in the pits. Lost wing, perhaps. And he spent now 70 seconds in there. Or just a major hit on the suspension. It's likely. Actually, now my time is decent again, so yeah, fluctuations. We've nearly completed 50 laps with this track. Short tracks can be really fucking draining. It's just the amount of times you just turn and turn. Because if you don't like a corner on a short track, then you're fucking good out of luck because you have to take that, yeah, quite a few times. When you have one corner, it's just the car doesn't handle well around that spot, and well, it's the corner the car doesn't handle that spot. So, whatever. You visit about 26 times an hour. Here, well, deal with visiting about 40 times a fucking hour. Yeah, but nearly double the rate you lap this track, even though it's shorter. So the average speed is on this track is slower than Spa, but I mean that's not too hard. You just have Spa, you really have only the second sector that's slow. Sector 3 and Sector 1 are really fast, and I just fly off the road. Well, we just visit the pits now. How about we just pit at this point? Well, it's the pit speed limit start, I don't care. They're just already at the pit speed. Where's the pit area? Oh, all the way down there. Oh. Now Simon comes past. So I hope I deselected the tires. Oh, I forgot to deselect the tires. Am I actually fucking retarded? Yeah, I just... What the fuck am I? Honestly. So yeah, I saved time with fueling short, but... Sure. Actually, we're done with the tires? Well, then... Okay. We got quick tire service then. And with freshies, this should actually be a breeze now. Because I had no interest in repairing this car. And that's the problem when our student says, well, we list the repair time before the fucking tires for no reason. Why? Could you just list it last so we just like, okay, after we're done with the tires, we can cancel out the repairs. Okay, now we're about 2 seconds away from Klotzov, so we just about held on to that position, but for luck than for actually skill, but if I pitted earlier, we could have actually used these fresh tires for strategy. Now we're hoping we get temperature quickly into them, and let's see what we can do for the last few minutes. Because the problem is I can't learn 36 seconds down on Marshall. Even with freshies. It's just a limit of how much I'm capable of. The thing is if I don't make major mistakes, which is always possible, I should be able to fairly quickly get Klotzov, so really he shouldn't be a threat. Because I'm running here with freshies and he's with some old ass tires from the start of the race. Probably. I mean, I have to go with assumptions. Actual problem, I should draw out a 10-second gap to the car behind. Because I'll probably get hit with a 10-second penalty for that avoidable contact I had. Klotzov shouldn't make it too hard for me to do that. I still overshoot this corner regularly. Why didn't I deselect the tires at the beginning? I pitted. 3 fucking seconds, Jesus Christ. I know the gap calculation is a bit fucky and... Well, we at least didn't get a cut track for that, so... See the positive, it's not there, this track. Even though I think I've gotten on this track a cut stop go in my IndyCar race, so... cut track cut, so yeah, I'm acutely aware this track can fuck with you even that way. This is absolutely horrendous. Holy shit. Off pace by miles. How much time did I lose? I still gained a bit, but not much. Should have really taken down one not that way. That's not a productive way to get anywhere. Okay, I now understand the optical illusion that has been happening for the last 2 laps with me. I always thought I saw a car off a gravel trap there, but it's in fact just the car tag of the car in front going down the hill on the other side, so the car parked there. Just looks in a split second look like that. What actually could be a problem is that I'm running up on the 4th place guy because he's on all tires and I'm fucking freshy, so... If I continue that lapping, closing up on Marshall like that, oh boy, we might actually be close enough to make an attempt on him. Like, this would be the most stupid strategy to pass him. This actually works. Yeah, I don't know what I can do. To compensate against that. Because there's a really good potential this actually works out. At this point. Because I can trust the car fairly well at the moment with gripping up, so... Like, look at this, it's slightly stepping out around that corner. I can trust it just enough to go around, but this time around I didn't gain as much. 1.9 seconds only. So now Marco Robinson in front of me, he's running 9th. So we're about to lap him. I think I'm running 7th, yeah, so it means that I'm not... Guy behind me soon lapping his own rival. It's pretty ironic. Shoot, not up. Ah, for fuck's sakes, come on. Just moving around. I know you're not aware that I have fresh tires and I have a vast acceleration advantage on you out of corners. But yeah, I have a vast acceleration advantage on you out of corners. Only 1.3 seconds, so yeah, we're not closing fast enough. Even though if I wouldn't have had that incident with Mark, this would have been a better lap. We have about 14 minutes to go. Yeah, if I want a chance, then I have to really ramp it up. And traffic is not making it easier. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I'm probably just running you over near very real danger at this point. I'm now on fresh tires. This is, I can take way more speed than some competitors. I need to close about 2 seconds a lap to Marshall to have a chance. It's so fucking silly thing, honestly. I'm making up that time while having to deal with horrendous amounts of traffic. Only 1.4 seconds, that's not enough. Not even close to enough. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't downshift 2 seconds. For crying out loud. Lucas, why the fuck do you do? This means more seconds are wasted behind this back marker. It's so horrendously hard to pass on this track, back markers. Oh, so you're not giving me room, you're just running wide. Okay, but you let me down. I passed here, it's good. My pace is just not high enough to close up to Marshall. I mean, if it makes a mistake, this game is really on. I think he was just settle for it, because even if he loses about a 10th a lap, 5/10 a lap, additionally, he would just be uncatchable for me. Only 1.2 seconds. That's completely and utterly off. I threw it in and the car just didn't stick. That's 3 seconds down the drain completely. Any chance that I had on him was just gone with that one. Because free end doesn't stick and the car just goes around. Honestly, really, Martin Wren has a bad omen for me. Part of his fault, but every time I pass him, I fall behind him by some manner. So how many seconds did I lose? And 4 seconds, and it was about 6 seconds loss. And again, overdriving the corner. Yeah, it's bottoming out. How much time it loses here? There's not a complete second loss there. Because it didn't slow down and understeered off. Caught a bit of oversteer, had to compensate for it and just about got the car up before it went flying. Yeah, again, I make way too many mistakes. I mean, it was probably not on the cards to pass him, but just the pace wasn't completely there. But I feel like my pace has gone down again to what it was before I took fresh tires. Oh god. Well, at least if you have fresh tires, you can still make the corner when you realize, fuck, I'm going to fly off the racetrack again. But yeah, he's still far. Oh, for fuck's sake, I was on the racetrack, come on. What was that car? Just like... You think like, I'm totally fine, it's a car like, oh yeah, well, I will invent one, the steer 3 is just all out of it. Curb, like, great, awesome. It's not like you have fucked enough of me. And again, complete understeer. Overshooting that corner. It's just the issue when you throw wearing out tires, you just hit understeer, get understeer, and the problem is with this car is just getting that realm. With that with that corner, the car throws it in, extends its braking zone, shortens its braking zone, depending, because first the tires wear too fast and the fuel can't keep up with lowering the weight, so problem is I should have been at this stage roughly 10 minutes ago of gap, and I would have been able in the position to gain the rest back. Because I pitted late, because my main strategy was not to change tires, and I forgot to turn it off. We ended up here with now 4 minutes to go and 20 seconds. Over 20 seconds, like 25. Between me and him, and it's just enough for him, even if he would probably have to serve another stop go. Gap binds, well, that's looking good with 14 seconds. Yeah, so that's a decent buffer. Not going to get anyway the fastest lap of the race because, well, some alien will take it. Maybe Mario or somebody like that probably has it already. And I'm not going to be in any way, shape or form getting close to them. I only gained 7/10 on him that lap. Like, not the fuck what's going on again. I mean, I wasn't off pace or something, it's just he was way faster for some reason. And holy shit, how much pace I can take for that corner more. I'm just now realizing essentially how much faster you can take that corner. Classic aerodynamic effect. But you're just like, yeah, the faster you go, the actually better the car sticks in the corner. Taking the corner slowly is actually harder than taking it faster. It's just an issue of balls. Yeah, he's really picked up the pace somehow. And I'm like, how in the name of God are you lapping my lap times an old set of rubber? Like, well, great. I know, your fuel gun lights on. Come on, you didn't pit for tires and I did. I'm losing always my about 2/10 of the line corner. It's just to what? How the fuck did I take that corner so much faster? Seriously. Oh, Klotzov also deleted himself completely off the race. Going to pit again, so I mean, that's a thing you can do. Yeah, it seems Marshall's not probably running out of fuel in this lap. I have 2.5 laps of fuel, so I've overfueled again by a massive amount. come on, I nearly had it. In terms of beating my own time. No, I'm not getting that on the last lap. Just can't bobble a bit up and didn't give me that. Ah, not good. Definitely not good. I mean, hooray, 7th. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I think I started 9th, so I get 2 positions. It's mostly Georgi Klotsov just dying. I think David Plumbers was starting in front of me. I don't know if you were past. I know I passed somebody, really for sure. Definitely had a 10-second gap to Georgie, so whatever they roll up against me, they don't had an incident earlier. It's not enough to get me. So at least get 7th. I mean, the last race I finished 9th because penalties were fucky. That's bad. Something going on at the moment. But yeah, way too many mistakes for me. I mean, I ran off 4 times. It's more like 3 times, but whoa. Session transition hit me. I ran off 3 times, 3 times, more like 4 times at the final turn. A few close calls. Yeah, I ran 4 times off. It's just that I spun twice. I think I spun 3 times there. No, it was 2 spins, 1 very wide run, 1 medium. Oh, my crowning got 2 stop goes from hitting that curb at pit exit, which would mean the outside curb at tier 1. And I've ran over that quite a few times and it got away with everything. So yeah, I was lucky definitely this time around there. Track cut penalties didn't rape me completely. So where else? I think I can end the stream. Yeah, I made 4 Okay, we'll make the quick debrief. I made 4 major mistakes in the final turn. I spun once out of. I think I recorded the mouse pointers. out of this turn. I had a few moments at T1, just not great at all. And then I drove over somebody into final turn, to that turn as well. So I made way too many mistakes in my driving, and generally my pace wasn't there. I drove sloppy and inconsistently, and then my major mistake of just ran off the road there 4 times. I ran off there like how many times? 2 times, I think. I ran over somebody. I spun there. I forgot in the pit stop to cancel my tires. That's about it. It equates to 9 posts, 9 major errors. So yeah, go figure. Let's end this. It's not a major train wreck like last week, but wasn't particularly great. I mean, I didn't come in expecting greatness from qualifying and practice. I got some pace, definitely, but my inconsistency just kept me from going higher. The car wasn't particularly too pleasant, except on the freshies. It was a breeze to drive on. But for all pit stop, this was sometimes really sketchy to drive. It just didn't. But even with freshies, it's just a section where the car just didn't want to grip at all. Unpleasant race. Yeah. Yeah, the issue was me, definitely. I just turned up half an hour earlier and put some practice laps in. But but the setup didn't help, and then my inconsistency, so I wouldn't have had those. It would have been